Good morning. About with Gigafactory, that's a nice, good investment because it's a long-term investment that's gonna grow the economy throughout the years, and it's an investment to have development in the country.
Well, didn't a couple of days ago you were saying that
Yeah.
the United States invested $50 million into the ports of Georgia?
Yeah, which is great. Those are the investments the government should be really looking for. Those kind of investments, they will grow the country at the point of building the ports and stuff like that, or factories, and it's gonna have an effect throughout all the years. That's gonna have an effect in future of Georgia all the time because the ports are gonna stay there forever.
Mm-hmm.
And also the factory would stay there as well. So those kind of things. But there's some things, let's say I'm from another country and I come into Georgia and I buy like land and I just and I sell it or something, and I'm making money, I'm profit. It's doing nothing to the country. I get a profit and I take it back take it out of the country. So it doesn't help the economy of the country at all. And small investments like that, like 50,000, 10,000, it's basically you're making profit and taking it out. So that's bad for the economy of Georgia. So there's a lot of that going on. Small investments, they're corrupt. They make quick buck. The politicians make quick buck if they sell it through, if they let it go.
Well,
Outside of the country, using land, country doesn't make any money in any way, and people don't really get employed. It's not a huge industry, so probably like 2 people, and then you would sell it to your own, like a different country. So country doesn't make a profit at all doing that, and they get to keep land forever and use it however they want, and they could sell it to people, different people, and just make a profit without any involvement. And you could just keep coming, keep buying land. Especially if you're a neighboring country, you could keep buying land like that, like bring.
And then you could eventually buy the whole country.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a scary. Georgia is really small, so that's like the threat that it could happen. And also, if you have enough, like let's say a big group that comes in and buys out some stuff, and then the other government could say, okay, our citizens are there, and let me go to take over the country. And let's just say, I say, oh, they're free now. It's a country now. You know, make a country name up and say like, oh, these guys are whatever, call them a name, and they want to be independent. And but throughout like 50 years, they've just been buying land, and they've created a community there. But now this neighbor country that they're from, they're just gonna be like, oh, that's a new country. So it just causes it's an issue of a conflict as well, that like bad governments could use, which Russia used in one of our regions in Georgia, like that. And they give out passports and they say, oh, it's our people there. They've been living there for a long time. Yeah, they've been living in Georgia. When you live in Georgia, you live in Georgia. You should become a Georgian citizen. I'm an American citizen. I live in America. That's how it works. You move to another country. If you decide to immigrate to a country, you adopt their culture, and you become a citizen, and you're ready to serve for that country. It's not like you go to the country, you get all the benefits, and then you just be like, oh, I hate this country, and I'm just not gonna do anything. That's not how it works, and you just talk bad things all the time about the country. I think immigrants don't get that. This is coming from an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. So this is coming from immigrants should understand once you move to a country and you migrate, you adopt the culture that they have and respect their rules. One big, huge investment like Tesla, like this port system, like building another port close by in Anaklia. There's another port, another port city that's close by. It's even better than the one they're building right now. So I'm saying how we should do this is in Georgia, we should be really careful. Georgian citizens should have a priority on buying land and everything. Georgia comes first, right? And so this is how it's possible to have property tax on people who come in as an investment, yeah.
Property taxes on foreign investment?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure, 100% that has to be there. And also, if they come in and invest below $5 million, there should be property tax and they should be leased. You should lease the property, never buy it.
Then if you're going to tax the people you want money from, what gives incentive for them to invest?
It shouldn't be an investment. If you're under $5 million, it's not worth it for the country to make an investment like that. They're giving land away.
But I'm saying if you're going to tax them, what's the incentive for them to invest the money in the first place?
Become a Georgian citizen. Once you become a Georgian citizen, no tax and no property tax, and you could buy in the land.
So you're having you'd have an open policy and let anybody be a citizen as long as they can.
No, it's gonna be hard to become. You have to live in the country at least 5 years.
Well, it's
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to do a small investment in Georgia.
Okay, but exactly. Well, you're saying you need people to invest foreign money in Georgia, but you're making it harder for them to do it.
But not a huge investment. Not like Tesla. Tesla, if you do investment, I said $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do more than $5 million investment in Georgia, yeah, you're gonna get I wouldn't say they shouldn't. Property tax you could waive.
Wait, so if you invest more than $5 million,
and you could rent, you could lease
taxed, or you do not get taxed.
What do you mean? If you do more than 5 million?
Yes.
If you do more than 5 million, you get no property tax. Same as a Georgian citizen.
So that's incentive to invest more.
Yeah.
Larger quantities.
Larger. Like they're coming in. A lot of people, like other people, they're buying apartments in Georgia. It's raising the rent money on Georgians. So Georgians can't afford to live in Georgia anymore. How crazy is that? Apartment. If 10,000 people come in and start changing things and not respecting the culture, and they're bringing their own culture and stuff like that, it's going to change the entire country. It's going to have a huge effect because it's a small country. It's a really fragile situation. You have to accept certain things. You cannot accept certain things. So if you do that, I don't care if you become a Georgian citizen, and I don't think there should be dual citizenship with our neighboring countries as well. That should be eliminated. Or if you're a neighboring country and you migrate to Georgia, you should become a Georgian citizen. You could open your business. You could do anything you want. Bring money, become a Georgian citizen, and then you have all the benefits as a Georgian citizen does.
I know. It just sounds kind of like a circle that you want it to be very difficult to become a Georgian citizen, but you have to pay this large tax if you're going to invest your money, and you're not a Georgian citizen, but you want people to invest money, but $5
million is not like a crazy amount.
I get what you're saying, but you're saying all these bordering countries, they will have dual citizenship and they want to open up stores and, have trade going on inside of Georgia. I just don't see the big investment I don't see the reason for people to want to try and become citizens or invest if there's going to be this big tax on them. They're investing under $5 million.
Yeah, if you're investing under $5 million, I mean, you shouldn't invest. They shouldn't get small investments like that. There's no point. There's like 20,000 people coming. That just creates mass migration more than it creates a good investment. It becomes a migration thing more than investment thing. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference. Like if I come in and buy like an apartment for $50,000, and then I don't give any jobs. Nobody gets any jobs. I'm using Georgian economy to make myself money and take it out of the country. Nobody makes money in Georgia. There's no employment doesn't go up. Nothing happens. It's not beneficial to Georgian economy. You're just taking money out of the economy, and you just invested $50,000. The government doesn't make money. Nobody gets employed, and you're actually taking money out of Georgia, which decreases the currency strength of the currency, because more money you take out of the country, weaker the currency gets. Because if you convert, like if you buy dollar with Georgian laris, the currency decreases. So more dollars that people buy, weaker the currency gets. So there's way less benefits to small investments into Georgia than it is good. And when they do small businesses, they kind of push out Georgians to do small businesses. So I want Georgian people to do small businesses, to take care of themselves and keep their living standard high.
That's the sound of the beast.
How's your charms today?
My lucky charms. They're magically delicious.